Professor Black Ops, you see it, let's get it. OMIGOD, Microsoft Azure VMs exploited to drop Mirai in the minor. Kind of a little disheartening. You think if it would be in the cloud, Microsoft would definitely have a better handle on that and the VMs that you would spin up in the cloud. But threat actors started actively exploiting the critical Azure OmniGod vulnerabilities 2 days after Microsoft disclosed them during a patch Tuesday. The four security flaws allowing privilege escalation, remote code execution are found in the open management infrastructure software agent slightly installed by Microsoft on more than half of all Azure instances. And all these bugs impact thousands of Azure customers, millions of endpoints. According to Wiz researcher Nira Ofo and Shara Tamara, who discovered them, with a single packet, an attacker can become root on a remote machine by simply removing the authentication header. It's that simple, Ridge researcher Nara said on about CVE 2021 38647 remote code execution file. This vulnerability can also be used by attackers to obtain initial access to a target Azure environment and then move laterally within it. Actively exploded the drop botnet and crypto mining malware. The first attack was spotted yesterday evening by security researcher German Fernandez and were soon confirmed by cybersecurity companies Gray Noise and Bad Packets. According to Gray Noise, attackers are scanning the internet for exposed Azure and Linux VM vulnerabilities to CV 21-38-64-7, exploited from over 110 servers. The Mirai botnet is behind some of the exploitation attempts targeting original Linux OM endpoints for vulnerability. Once again, 38-64-7 RCE exploits. Digital forensics firm Caddy's Security also analyzed the botnet malware dropped on compromised systems and found that it also closed the points of the vulnerability exploited to stop other botnets from taking over the system. As security researcher Kevin Bird found, other threat actors are targeting OmniGod vulnerabilities, Azure systems to deploy cyber monitoring payloads, how to secure your Azure VM. While Microsoft has released the patch OM is soft agent version more than a week ago, the company's still in the process of rolling out a security update to the cloud. Customers who have automatic update enabled on their VMs. According to additional guidance Redmond released Tuesday, customers must update the vulnerability extension for their cloud and on-premise deployment as the updates become available, shared by Microsoft Resource Response Center. New VMs in the region are all be protected from these vulnerabilities post the availability of the update extension. To manually update the OM agency on your VM, you can also use a pre-built-in Linux package manager. Add the MS repo to your system based on the Linux OS that you're using. Refer to the link to install the repository to your system. You can then use your platform package tool to upgrade your OMIGOD, for example. It's standard stuff. Sudo apt-get install one OMI, then you sudo install OMI. While updates are being rolled out uh, using safer deployment practices, customers can protect against the RCE vulnerability by ensuring the VMs are deployed within this network security group or behind a perimeter firewall and restrict Linux access to the exposed port of TCP 5985, 86, and 1207 Microsoft added. So if I had Azure VMs, I would just block those ports, 5985, 596, 1207, two external ports. Right, because none of that's on 80 or 80 web server ports. So those are non-typical ports. So I would actually block that on the perimeter firewall. Then anybody had admin access through admin virtual desktops or just RDPN or VPN, I would actually take their IP address from their machine, their MAC address, and give them a hard token. So I'll make it three tier MFA to protect us from that bug. Once again, I'm me, God is running amok on Azure VMs. Please subscribe, protect yourself out there.